Hello everyone, welcome back. This side Chavi, and today we will continue with the judiciary chapter with part 3rd from the book Indian Constitution at Work. Beta, in this part, we will discuss from page number 131 till 133 of your NCERT book. So let's begin. Today we will start with the jurisdiction of Supreme Court of India. Beta, jurisdiction refers to the scope of authority of Supreme Court to carry out judgments and enforce law. The Supreme Court enjoys the following jurisdiction. About them, we will learn in detail. First, original jurisdiction. Second, writ. Third, appellate. And fourth, advisory. So firstly, beta, we will start with original jurisdiction. The original jurisdiction empowers the Supreme Court to hear and decide certain cases in the first instance. But these cases cannot be heard in any other court, and some of the cases are center or state or state disputes, protection of fundamental rights, transfer of cases from one lower court to another lower court, and lastly, interpretation of the Constitution. It is called original jurisdiction because the Supreme Court alone has the power to deal with such cases. Neither the High Court nor the lower courts can deal with such cases. Now we will talk about writs. Beta, we had learned in the chapter Fundamental Rights about the various writs which include habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari and quo warranto. Beta, the Supreme Court can give special order in the form of writs. The High Courts can also issue writs, but the person whose rights are violated have the choice of either approaching the High Court or approaching the Supreme Court directly. Through such writs, the court can give orders to the executive to act or not to act in a particular way. So beta, these are some important writs. About them you had already learned in detail in your previous chapter Fundamental Rights. Now appellate jurisdiction. The appellate jurisdiction includes appeals against the judgments of the High Court. In this, the Supreme Court, being the highest judicial authority, has the power to review the decisions of the High Courts and give its own judgment in matters of civil and criminal cases. But under this, the Supreme Court enjoys special power and they can grant special leave to an appeal from any judgment or matter passed by any court in the territory of India. Lastly, we will talk about advisory jurisdiction. Under this, the Supreme Court advise the President on constitutional issues when asked for. However, the President is not bound to follow its advice. The Supreme Court records and prints all its proceedings and judgment. Thus, it also functions as the court of record. But these judgments serve as laws and can be cited by the subordinate courts throughout the country. So this is all about the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. I hope beta you have understood whatever I had done. For better understanding, as I always say, read the same page number from your NCERT book. For any query, you can ask me in the online session. Beta, this is your home task. Please do it in your register and try to write the answer in points. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Have a nice day.